I'm actually asking you to develop your brain in two directions. I'm asking you to use ça over il for it's, generally, but I'm telling you that on the phrases that we've learned, like il me faut, il te faut, il lui plaît, or il me manque, to use il. So I know that's kind of seems oppositional, but you can do it. So I've got, it to me remains, il me reste.
Il me reste
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
In order to make you speak.
Pour
Lovely, to make you speak. Speak being a verb. Pour, to.
te
Make.
faire parler.
Go through that again, because I know it's horrible. Il me reste 15 minutes.
Il me reste 15 minutes.
In order to.
Pour
Make you.
te faire parler.
Float the last one on top. It will feel easier, okay? Which means, which wants to say. Which wants to say. Who wants to say.
Qui
Wants
veut
to say.
parler.
Say.
Dit. Qui peut.
Qui.
Qui veut dire.
Second
Dire.
verb. And again.
Qui veut dire.
One more time.
Qui veut dire.
So no word for mean, whether it's like intention or literally what does a word mean, it will be vouloir dire, okay? That meant, okay, it's not going to be that meant, it's going to be that. So you can try whispering it to your own brain in English, oh, that wants to say, or you can just think vouloir in whichever tense it's going to be in, and then chuck in dire. If I asked you to take vouloir, smells nice, and I asked you to take vouloir and I asked you to stick it in this tense, what would you give me?
Voulait.
Lovely, so now say that meant, ça
voulait dire.
dire, okay? That didn't mean anything, ça ne voulait rien dire, we'd say. That meant nothing, ça ne voulait rien dire. Adverb after verb number one, okay? So that means, ça veut dire,
Ça veut dire
that's,
que
I need to think of the program you spoke to me about. Here's your clue, the program you spoke to me in slightly having a bit of chest pressure because of, not burping, but it was there. I suddenly sounded really like Bernard Matthews. I was like, here's your clue. Like, that makes me... So, the program... oh, why don't I just give you it's glorious? That makes me... so you will, let's say you will have to talk to me about the program you were telling me about. What kind of a word is about in English? What can we not end a sentence with in French? Okay, so say for me, that means
ça veut dire
that you will have to talk to me.
que tu me parles.
You will have to. Tu
devrais.
You will have to. You will have to. Look at me. King, king, king. Three endings for the future. Ray.
Ray.
Middle one. Say them out loud. Ray.
Ray.
Ra. Look at me, look at me, look at me.
Ra.
How could you try such a visual thing in front of me? The shame, la honte. So, Ray, ra, wrong. Go sound. Ray, ra, wrong. Okay, so you will have to. Tu devras.
Tu devras.
Speak to me. Keep your eyes on me. You will have to speak to me. Tu devras.
Me parler.
Lovely. Of the programme. De
l'émission.
You spoke to me about, need to be in posh English, about which you spoke to me, which in French would be
Du.
About which
Oh.
Don. Yeah, do you remember Don?
Yeah.
Everybody, let's just take a minute to remember Don. Here's someone doing some shit, here's de in the middle of the sentence, here's an object. Keeping the same person at the beginning, getting rid of de and said object, we have en. Keeping the object at the beginning now instead of the subject, so I'm going the bag you needed, so you, tu as besoin de le sac, du sac. Here's the bag. The bag you needed, don. So en is when you get rid of the last bit and the de, and don is when you come with the object first, which is basically means when you mention the thing first. And it would need to be something you dealt with de. So for example, je m'occupe du projet. Le projet dont je m'occupe. It would have to just be that. Okay, so the project, no, the program,
L'émission.
about which?
Dont
You spoke to me. Tu
me parles.
m'as parlé.
Tu
Okay.
m'as parlé.
What are the other classics that we use don with? Need. J'ai besoin d'une femme. La femme dont j'ai besoin. Okay. Okay. But
Mais.
the thing which used to make me giggle. Keep giggle up there. The thing that used to make me. Go.
La chose qui me faisait
Spot on faisait, but good you found it yourself. Laugh.
rire,
And the one I like, rigoler,
rigoler,
was
était
the dad.
le père.
Good, because
Parce que
essentially, essentiellement,
essentiellement,
he used to. No, if I even told you he loved them, you'd go, sounds actiony, but it's actually like an ongoing status. So how would I say he loved them? No. Il, he, them. Grab it. Am I loving them or am I loving to them? Am I loving? They're being loved, aren't they? Used to love. Lovely. Put that together. Il les aimait.
Il les aimait.
Okay. But
Mais
he was ashamed of his sons because they were so freaking softies, weren't they? So he had shame of his son. He had. Now, which had are we going to go with? Action or ongoing had?
ongoing had.
Well done.
Il avait
Aunt, H-O-N-T, of his sons. De, plural, his
ses
sons,
filles.
plural. Good. Now, fils. He avait honte de, in whichever expression we've happened to find ourselves in, ses fils. The sons he was ashamed of would be les fils
dont
il avait honte.
il avait
So mental thought, after you've had a dot, you just go with a plain, simple sentence. He was ashamed of them. Now, I suppose you could remove one element and say il avait honte de, which is merely saying of them rather than of his sons. But if I'm totally getting rid of the de and what comes next, what word is going to go there? Not don, but
en.
good. So my expression is il avait honte. En is a replacement. It's a pronoun like anything else. So is it a bit or a verb? In our bits and verbs, what would we call it? A bit or a verb? He speaks to me. Il me parle. Two of those are bits. One of those is a verb. What are the two words that are bits? You know my bits box verb. Yeah. So en, is it a bit or a verb?
Bit.
It's a bit. So il avait honte. Bits box, verb box, put the on in there.
Il
Bits box, put the next bit. Yes. Number.
avait
Yes.
honte.
Great. Say he ate.
Il mange.
1, 2, 3. He ate.
Il a mange.
Good. He ate some. Bits box, verbs box.
Il en.
I'm going to paint your ceiling black so you can't make it on.
Il en a mangé.
Great. Good. Lovely. Let's look at this. Okay.
Good together.
Can I just make sure I've got this right on the Saki in terms of what you need when it's Saki, isn't it? When there's no new objects.
It's both key and ka, if you think of it. Key and Saki. Okay, so basically what I always help, not that I'm a massive fan of visuals, but it's basically like saying there's this. So you basically have ce, que, and ce qui.
Yeah.
And we're going to basically say when this is a non-interrogative, there's your question mark, what kind of thing, okay? And this is that, who, which kind of thing. This is doing the, this kind of all makes sense. Que and qui will come in there, but basically with this one, new subject, for want of a better word, agent at the start of the clause afterwards. Okay, and this one is no new. Picture somebody. So, for example, what happened, pardon my writing, was terrible. Exclamation, not a question mark. Ce qui s'est passé était terrible. Okay? I love what Paul does. He's very bothered with his writing. J'aime ce que Paul Okay? Paul, who loves his wife. We've gone from this word, Paul loves. Okay, so it's not Paul who Luke loves to, whatever's going on. Okay, Paul qui aime, yeah, or the man who knows me. This isn't about what. There's no what or non-interrogative thing going on here. This is basically just from one idea steamrolling across to the other one. So that will be key. The man, Susie hates, a bit harsh, but there we go. L'homme, still a new agent, but still connected to Susie as a verb. So l'homme que Susie déteste. Okay? But basically at speed, you'll find que easily. You'll find ce que easily. You've just got to remember ce qui. Yeah? So rather than thinking, oh my gosh, I've got this 4 cognitive thing every time. Right, let's be quick. So, technology, internet and mobile phones are price falls. Okay? Lovely. En parlant, written down rather than parlant, speaking. En parlant de la vie quotidienne, la technologie nous permet de, lovely, permettre à quelqu'un de, okay? De faire les choses plus rapidement, plus vite. But everybody says rapidement. Yeah, vite rather than rapide and vite. It's one of those bastard
They
ones.
lack me every time, rapidement.
I know, everybody does, yeah. Plus facilement et moins cher. Lovely, par exemple. Lovely. Nous sommes contentes que... Are we both girlies? Are you both
No.
female? Yes, so nous sommes contents que nous puissions... Lovely, now that's great. Or notice that just... Now, I love that you go with this for an exam, but don't forget you could also say nous sommes contents, oral as well. Nous sommes contents de pouvoir. Notice you just go nous sommes contents de pouvoir and bypass that. Faire des courses en ligne, lovely. Quand nos parents étaient jeunes, la plupart des étudiants n'avaient pas l'habitude d'aller à l'université. Lovely. Maintenant, il y a plus, notice the plus pronunciation because it would be positive, the possibilité d'aller, or you wouldn't always necessarily have the d'aller à l'université, or à la fac would be the oral version of that because of à la faculté, la fac, et environ 60% pour, yeah, per in French.
Oh,
yeah.
so yes.
Les étudiants veulent, do you remember there's a twister? Voulons, voulez, veulent, yeah? Want to go?
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm just annoyed that I got that wrong. Sorry.
But you've also had à l'université already, so you could say veulent y aller, because you've already had it, yeah, okay. Pendant les années 80, yeah, say pendant les 80, yeah, on had to, we should have